Aloha, Hawaii Reporter readers. Here are some of the highlights of the past crazy week. You know, there are so many Democrats in Hawaii's state legislature, chances are that if a politician is going to get arrested in Hawaii, it'll probably be a Democrat. And if there's anything else we know, the only thing more dangerous than drinking and driving is being an elected official that drinks and drives and breaks the very laws he makes. Lucky for his constituents in Waikele and Waipahu, State House Vice Speaker John Riki Karamatsu crashed his car on the freeway a few miles before his booze-fueled ride threatened to weave through the residential neighborhoods of his constituents. That's why, in the wee hours of last Tuesday morning, Karamatsu was busted for DUI, testing at twice the legal intoxication limit. After partying at a Democrat fundraiser where they can afford the really good booze, and allegedly getting pretty hammered during his wild night, young but powerful John Riki got behind the wheel and smashed his automobile into a concrete pillar on the Moanalua Freeway, and then proceeded to call the police to the scene himself, not realizing he was too drunk to drive, or that he was too drunk to want the attention of police, who thoughtfully offered him a free ride to jail for an overnight stay. Ironically, Vice Speaker Karamatsu introduced a bill just last session that put through tougher penalties for those who drive intoxicated, like him. Penalties that John Riki may or may not want to wiggle out of. You see, in court, Karamatsu pled not guilty. But he sent mixed signals later when he both apologized for his actions and then cryptically added that, quote, "There's some circumstances that will be brought up later. Maybe O.J. Simpson was driving. Perhaps space aliens were somehow involved. Can't wait for his excuse-filled trial. Till then, there's no word on whether he'll be keeping his high-ranking position in House leadership or if he'll be joining Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears in rehab." Speaking of powerful people failing to do the right thing, more than 1,600 public school students who missed taking the Hawaii State Assessment Test were assigned scores anyway. And that's one reason the taxpayer-funded State Department of Education can't depend on results from its spring 2007 test given to 98,000 students across the state. The test is given to determine progress of students under the federal No Child Left Behind Act, which teacher union bosses can't stand since it ultimately measures the quality of the schooling, or the lack thereof. So now, it will take the testing company, American Institutes for Research, AIR, until mid-December to straighten out the fake grades problem. The DOE switched to AIR after the previous testing company was cited in 2004 and 2005 for errors in its testing materials. This new test, tailored specifically for Hawaii students, is already being criticized for being dumbed down to make sure local students who have notoriously low scores improve. Indeed, though the students keep scoring near lowest in the nation on reading and writing basics, it's clear that the DOE and its vendors will definitely receive an F for once again failing the public school students who arguably often must limp into adulthood underprepared for the real world. Speaking of limp, here's the story of a powerful guy with a limp legal argument. Proving that anybody can claim just about anything in court, Leah Oleone, a former guard at Oahu's youth prison, is suing the state of Hawaii after getting busted for sexually assaulting an underage inmate. Get this, he blames the state for keeping him working overtime, which took time away from him and his wife, leaving him sexually frustrated. And if you think that's a strange way of justifying assaulting a minor sexually, he also blames the state for not taking action against him years earlier when he was cited for sexual harassment. Oh boy. So far, Oleone's limp commitment to personal responsibility for his actions isn't even winning him friends in Hawaii's legal defense community, which usually rushes to the aid of anyone looking to pervert justice. Apparently, not even one lawyer in Hawaii is buying his claims, and that in itself is amazing. Since he can't find anyone to represent him, Oleone is pro se in court. No word on whether Oleone will be appearing on television's Dateline to Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen, where nobody walks away satisfied. Of course, if Oleone goes to prison for this particular crime, he'll never be lonely again. Well, that's it for this week's Tittle Tattle. Check Hawaii Reporter every weekday for the latest news and insights, and we'll see you soon with more political tittle tattle. Mahalo and take care.